Hi Pisces, hi Dreamweavers. We are going to get right into this reading. Okay, so I have already pulled the spread. It's a 7-card spread, which is going to be a relationship spread. We're going to look at your energy. We're going to look at their energy. We're going to look at the connection, what's binding you together, and then we're also going to look at what's working in the relationship, what needs attention or healing, and what you both should do. It's your person, so it's going to be whoever you're thinking of. So what you need to do or should do next, and your potential outcome, where the relationship is headed. You may have seen that I am offering a free guide to you for this month, where you send me an email and I will get you a ritual guide that's tailored to your birth chart, right? And that's absolutely free, and that's just a gift for you guys to helping me get to my first 50 subscribers. This channel is fairly new for me. Although I've been here a year, I've only been back here for the last few months, and this is not my only channel, so I really appreciate your support. So I just want to give something back to you, and that's absolutely free. And if you send me your email, you will not be spammed. All right, so let's get into this reading for you, because I've already pulled the cards because I didn't want to spend a lot of time this evening pulling cards, right? And so I wanted to get a feel for the energy, what's going on. You can see the cards are all laid out here for you. Welcome, dream weavers. Let's weave that dream together and see what you got going on. So first I have your energy, right? Your energy is in the 5 of Wands. So this is you being in a space of conflict, right? But not the type where you're drawing your swords, and this is more like constant friction and competition or clashing egos with whoever you're thinking of that's in your energy, right? You may feel like you're having to defend yourself, defend your stance, and repeatedly, actually, there's a constant clash between you and your person, and there's this undercurrent of not being able to be heard in a way that you want, right? Like if you're having a conversation, so it's like in one ear out the other, and it's exhausting. This is an exhausting energy to be in. So there might be multiple people involved in this conflict. 5 people here, so it could be up to 4 other people involved in this conflict, and it's like everyone's talking over each other, so you can't get a word in edgewise, or you can't get anybody to hear your point of view, and it's really hard. And then next to that, look at this, next to that you have their energy. Whoever your person is, actually, like, they are emotionally distancing themselves right now, but this could be that they're trying to move on from the conflict without really resolving the conflict. So they're just running away, right, and hoping that it's going to resolve itself. They may think that avoiding the confrontation, see how they have their back to you, avoiding the confrontation or pretending things are fine is going to be a solution. This could also be them thinking that maybe you've moved away from them physically, emotionally, or maybe your values. You know what? Your values no longer align. And so they're struggling to adjust. So they're just pretending like everything is fine, instead of having a conversation about it where everybody's adulting and hearing the conversation. And so next we have the connection, right? What this next card here is going to talk about your connection with them. So this is basically what's keeping you together, right? This Ace of Swords here. So there is a sense of truth, clarity, and mental sharpness, but there's maybe a little bit of blunt honesty. Even though there's clarity, it's like the both of you are bluntly honest. You both have your core truths and your core beliefs, right? And your beings are, both of you live your lives based on truth and clarity, right? And you're both very intelligent, smart, but at the same time, the truths that you guys are giving out to each other are causing some pain. I keep getting interrupted. There must be a lot of interruptions in your relationship. There's a lot of stop and go in your relationship. Stop, go, stop, go. And it's almost like I'm getting a sense like you guys sometimes feel like the communication's going okay, and then all of a sudden you guys are not on the same page anymore. And there's an opportunity here with the Ace of Swords to just gain a clearer communication style that could reset the energy between you all. That's going to definitely be something that you both are going to have to want to do, right? That's a mutual thing. Pisces, we cannot force other people to fix the way that they interact. Definitely something that we've had to learn in our time. And so next we're going to talk about the strength. Next we have the strength. And wow, for the strength we have the Six of Wands. And this is really interesting because in all this conflict here between you two and your connection, there is a shared desire for recognition from each other. Like you both want each other to recognize each other's successes, but deep down you all want to be respected and validated, right? So that's what you both want. And so it's like, despite all this tension, there's pride in the achievements of one another. Like, you're proud of some of the things that they've done, they're proud of some of the things that you've done. But there's just this underlying conflict. If there's not mutual respect or admiration for each other's achievements, there's potential for it. But also there also might be like a public facing, okay, we're good, right? So you guys put on the vibe, if you're in public out in front of other people, that everything's good, when internally it's tense. Yeah, like I just get this vibe of you guys pretending like things are good. Like, things are good just so it doesn't appear, or there's one of you that wants to put up the front to everybody else that things are good. Even though inside, this is what's going on, right? And this here is going on. And you can't quite find a good way to communicate with each other without pulling out the swords. It's almost like that thing that that saying that it's not everything that's true that needs to be said, right? But sometimes it does need to be said. I don't know. You could take that as you see it in your situation. Next we have your challenges, right? When the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Oof, oof, oof. This card reverse suggests someone's immature. They don't want to do anything new. I don't feel like it's you, Pisces. I feel like this is getting on the other side of you. So I think I'm feeling like it's more them, because here you are over here, right? And so I'm feeling like deep down, you all, like, there's a stubbornness here. Someone is unwilling to see a new perspective or admit they don't know everything. So it's almost like you have someone in your energy that's a know-it-all, and that could be causing a conflict. It could be you. I'm not saying that it's not, but I don't feel like it's you. It could also speak to disagreements about money, time, responsibilities, even traditions. Like, maybe you're not aligned in your traditions anymore, and then this is causing a conflict. And someone could feel like their efforts aren't being taken seriously, like they're doing everything they can, and it's like unappreciated, right? But this is definitely, it could be some practical disagreements, but it could be just not willing to see a new perspective. Maybe one of you has moved on and has grown, right? It's like maybe you've grown and you've raised your vibration, and then now they haven't, and here they are, and they don't understand. And so this is causing conflict between you, because maybe some things that you like to do before, you're saying no now, and you're not doing that, and you're holding your sword and you're saying, you know what, I'm not. Or it could be them, it could be either way. Somebody's holding up a sword and saying, you know what, I don't want to, I'm not doing this anymore. And it doesn't mean that you don't want this celebration, but it just means that you have some boundaries is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing boundaries, right? So there's that obstacle course to get to that celebration together that you both want. And then you have the Four of Wands, which is the Four of Wands is in the position of the advice. So this is going to be the advice for you, right? What is working in the relationship? And the Four of Wands is in reverse. So it's not working. I'm sorry. It's just not working. It's really strained. You give me a second here. Because normally this card is like, in the upright, it's like celebration and harmony, right? In the reverse, it means the advice is that somebody needs to release the expectation of family perfection. Like whatever it is that you're expecting or they're expecting from you, something needs to be released. The traditional family, happy family image might not be realistic now. And that's okay. And that needs to be okay, because as we change and as we elevate, we change what we think and what we know family to look like. This could mean like creating your own different definition of family unity. This is giving that vibe of maybe one of you is stepping out and creating your own family outside of the family, because you're separating. Your definition of tradition is not the same. Like you're creating your new traditions, and this is causing conflict. And where in some people, some families, right, family unity means being codependent, and one of you could be deciding that, hey, we have boundaries. That's what family unity is. Family unity is togetherness with boundaries and honoring each other's truths. This is the advice. This is what the advice that Spirit is giving you, is that, yeah, you need to create, even if it disrupts old dynamics, you have to let go of trying to make it nice. If it's betraying your needs, like if it's not in alignment with what you feel is working for you, then you have to set those boundaries, and you have to stand by them. That can be really hard, and that's one of the things that brings conflict. And it's really interesting, because right now we've been in that stage of letting go. Many of you Pisces are in that in-between stage, or you're moving on to this new, and this all makes sense because you're moving on into this new stage of your life. A lot of you're having glow ups, and this is causing conflict, because your glow up says that you're not who, even though you're the same person, you're not who you used to be. And then with that said, now you have like your potential outcome. You have the Lovers, and the Lovers was clarified by the Five of Cups. I'm going to go back here because I know we have other cards, but the Lovers was clarified by the Five of Cups. And when I pulled the seventh card, I pulled the Lovers, and I was like, okay. And then it was like, oh, okay. Because the Five of Cups fell out with it. And with the Lovers being here, there's a choice to be made. And this could be one that's going to redefine the relationship. You can either redefine it and have a deeper connection if you choose to. But you got to do it. It has to happen with integrity, right? And intention. Like it has to be intentional. You both have to want it. There has to be truth. Right here is the Ace of Swords. The communication, there has to be clear communication. You both have to be communicating clearly with each other about what you want, what works, and there has to be mutual respect. And with the Five of Cups here, there's grief. So to me that says there's disappointment, there's some regret lingering around what someone's not getting, and it's almost back to this Page of Pentacles in reverse. It's a little bit of childish behavior. There may be a version of you that is no longer, and they feel lost or hurt. They're missing, and they're not even seeing that look, they have 2 cups still standing. These 3 cups, they're gone. This is not, this part of you is no longer, but here there's still 2 cups. Let's grab at that. But no, like they are, this is a chance to rebuild something meaningful, right? Because as we change in our relationships, we have to rebuild. We have to look at what each other's needs are. This is something I find that is really important, Pisces, that we need to constantly be reevaluating ourselves and our partners in our relationships. It's not even just love. In our family relationships, where are you? Where are they? What do they need? You know what? And making assumptions that people are always going to be the same from day to day and want the same things, and then expecting them to want the same things doesn't make sense. There's a lot of friction here with this five of wands, right? There's friction here, and then you see the friction here ends with sadness, right? There's potential, but it's like someone doesn't want. There's somebody they don't want to. And the advice is you just need to, there's going to have to be a redefinition of what family harmony looks like. And should people coming into your life and saying, oh, it should be this and it should be that, that's not going to work. That's definitely not going to work. This is more annoying than anything else and sad, but I see here the Queen of Wands came out for you as a clarifier for the Five of Wands. And so this is your energy. This is the energy that you're in. So when I pulled this, I thought, wow, you're ruffling some feathers. You are ruffling some feathers because you're not who you used to be. You're standing in your confidence, your power, your truth, and that's causing a lot of tension. Maybe before you used to be the Queen of Cups and now you're the Queen of Wands, and they don't know what to do with that. They feel the magnetism coming from you. They feel that you're self-assured. They feel that you're confident, that you are in your power. If you used to dim your light to make other people feel comfortable, you're not doing that anymore. And with this here, like you're speaking your truth. Like you're not mincing words for anyone. Like I don't think you're trying to be mean, but you're not mincing words. Like you're speaking with conviction, and people are taking notice. Maybe before they could say, hey, you should do this or you should do that, and you would just go along. But that's not happening anymore. So I'm getting that feeling of people like, who do you think you are? Is what's happening right now. And it's because you're not doing things to make other people feel comfortable anymore. And they could feel, this is a very strong feminine energy, so they could feel threatened by this. They might be thinking you're too this, you're too that, you're too bougie, you're too... And the truth is that they just cannot manipulate you into doing what they want you to do. And being that this came out in your energy, you are standing your ground. You don't give a shit what's happening. You're standing your ground. You're not reacting. You're grounded. You're just staying above the drama. Even if it means that you're going to stand alone. This is very intimidating to people that don't share your vision or your inner strength. Like people don't understand where this strength is coming from. They're not used to seeing you in this energy. You know, this is almost an energy here of how dare you not fall in line with what they want. And the only thing that you're doing is you're choosing not to make yourself small so they can feel big. So, you know, your fire, your self-expression, your refusal, like you're not going to let them silence you or box you in, and that's stirring the pot. And it's not that you're doing anything wrong, you're just standing in your power, you're standing in your truth. And in their mind, they feel this is a double-edged sword, right? So they feel like they're standing in their truth, but there's a sense of manipulation, especially with this here. It's almost like they are like maybe even like giving the silent treatment in hopes that you would acquiesce, like you would just give in, and you're not. The truth is that not everybody can meet you where you are, and that's gonna have to be okay. So with that said, and this was really crazy because this person wanted to clarify, because I was just like, what is going on here with this person? And because I was like, okay, let's clarify the 6 of Wands, because there's some celebration. So I wanted to know, is there this mutual respect? What's going on? And this Queen of Cups fell out in reverse, and the 5 of Swords in reverse. So to me, you have somebody that's being emotionally manipulative, and you're not standing for it. They're using control tactics, maybe, like I said before, withholding their emotions to get you to do what they want to do, but it's not working. And the other thing too is that this person, they're trying to use withholding emotions to control you, but at the same time, this person is not even in touch with their own emotions. So this is somebody that would be quick to tell you, like, hey, you're being too emotional or too cold. And she's not even, or he's not even in touch with his or her emotion. You know, this is somebody that has passive aggressive behavior, guilt tripping, passive aggressive comments, or a vibe like something like they would be like, hey, if you love me, you do what I say. That's not how it works. Life doesn't work that way. The issue here is that you are in control, but you're not in control of anybody else. You're in control of yourself here. They want control. They're showing up unemotionally balanced. They want you to reassure them that you're going to do whatever they say. But they don't want to do the emotional work themselves. They don't want to do the shadow work to build something healthier. They just want you to just keep giving. This is somebody that anytime you do something, they take it personally. Anytime they ask you to go somewhere and you say no, they will, because I'm too tired. Let's say they call you and they say, hey, let's go out and go. I'm too tired. They're going to take it personally. And the thing is that they're avoiding the real accountability, and they use their emotions like currency. So if you don't give them what they want, they pull back. This is really toxic. This is somebody that's toxic in with their emotions. So this makes sense that you are here standing your ground, and that you're feeling this way, but you're standing your ground no matter what's happening. So they like it when you play the bigger person while they stay in the little childish energy, but you're not doing that anymore. You're actually standing your ground and letting them sit in that energy all by themselves. And the thing is that because you're the Queen of Wands, you're probably the Queen of Cups here. you're probably the Queen of Cups in the upright, who is also the Queen of Cups in the upright, is strong, compassionate, but also not to be manipulated. So they are both, because the Queen of Wands can still be compassionate, but you're leading with your sword. This person may be intimidated by your heart and your power. And the fact that they were clarified by the Five of Swords in reverse, there's a lot of emotional baggage here. Overwhelm, manipulation, it just confirms it. So it's like they want this celebration, but they want you to do all the work to get to the celebration. It's one-sided. This is very toxic. This is giving narcissistic. You give, they take. And it's not to say that they don't feel things, right? Deeply. They have emotions. Emotions are just misplaced, and they express it in an unhealthy way, and they try by inducing guilt. They have these unspoken emotional needs, and they just expect you to know about it, and you're going to meet it. Like, we're not mind readers. And being that this is in reverse, like, they want peace, but they want it without taking any accountability for anything.
Sasha, bro.
They want to reconcile on their terms without having the real hard conversations about boundaries. It's, yeah, let's say we're not fighting again just to keep the peace. And then, but you're not healing it. You're not doing anything to make it better. It's like saying, let's move forward. And then why can't we just let the past be the past? Or they just pull away emotionally. Queen of Cups in reverse, they just pull, and then just expect like it's just going to get better all by itself. This person's really passive aggressive if things don't go their way. And being that you are the Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups in the upright, you might be tempted to smooth things over for the sake of the family, but the cards are saying don't do it. Set boundaries. Don't bypass your own emotional truth to avoid discomfort. It doesn't mean that you can't reconcile, but not at the cost of your integrity and your emotional well-being. Spirit's saying no. And that's further clarified by the Two of Wands here. Two of Wands is clarifying the Four of Wands. This is the stepping away card. This is you redefining home, family, belonging. We were talking about that. And then realizing that you have to step away from the traditional idea of harmony to create your own version. That's causing conflict. It's causing them to look at the spilled cups. And the advice is for you to look ahead, right? Leaving your comfort zone, realizing that there's a whole world of possibility outside the expected path. You got to choose your own path, even if it means stepping away from people who don't get it. And they don't get it. They don't get it. You don't need their version of home or family to be whole. You're being called to build your own version consciously and courageously. I know it's hard. This is like you being at a crossroad, right? Because there's a choice to be made. You've outgrown the container that they expect you to fit into, and now you're facing the choice. Stay for the illusion of unity or step forward and build something more aligned, even if it means distance. This is you choosing you. And it's really interesting because sometimes when you go your own path, sometimes people get it. But you have to let them get it. You can't make them see it. And then I love this here. At the end, we started with you in the Queen of Wands energy, but finished with you here, the King of Cups in the upright. And this was just beautiful. Beautiful. This says to me that this is not just this is emotional clarity and maturity that doesn't come from just getting along, but from doing soul work and healing. You've done a lot of healing. That's why you're in this Queen of Wands energy. You choose love with intention and understanding of what real emotional strength looks like. And showing up here, it's like there's a choice to be made, right? In this relationship, not just to reconcile or not, but to choose how you love and how you show up for yourself with that love. There's grief, 5 of Cups, disappointment over what's lost, or maybe what never was. Maybe it was just an illusion. Perhaps grieving the fantasy of the relationship you wished you had with your person. But the 2 upright cups behind him here in the card show there's still something worth holding on to, something sacred. And I love it that you're in the King of Cups energy, because no matter what's going on in the situation, no matter how they feel, because you can't control how other people feel, you are not cold, you're not overrun by emotion, you're just balanced. And holding your boundary with the Queen of Wands energy. So I love this beginning and end. And you have the ability to love even when it's hard, even when you've been hurt, because you've done the inner work. This is you standing in your truth without needing to fight, grieving what needs to be grieved, and still loving without sacrificing your inner peace. And there could be healing for you in the future in this relationship, but there's going to have to be emotional maturity present on both sides. And so you just need to keep moving along while they are healing, while they figure out how to heal. And with you being in this energy, it's like you understand that the path you're choosing, even if it means letting go, you'll do it with love, not with bitterness. And I love that, because we should never let go with bitterness. If you're letting go with bitterness, there's no forgiveness. There's no understanding. And it's like you understand that they're just not ready. But that doesn't mean that you're happy about it. And I want you to remember too that you're not walking away from love. You're walking away toward a higher form of it, one that includes your self-respect, healthy boundaries, and spiritual maturity for you. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone anymore. The King of Cups does not argue, he just knows. And then finally, at the end here, we're clarified by the High Priestess, which I was just like, that's so spiritual for this reading, to just close it out that way, because it's like you have that inner knowing. You already know what to do. You trust yourself. You don't need validation from someone else. You have your own inner truth. You know that everything you feel is on point, or if you don't, now you do. This is confirmation. You feel the energy shift in the relationship, the microaggressions, the unspoken tensions. And you've also felt when your spirit was saying, this isn't alignment. You don't push, you don't chase, you don't perform for anybody. You're the High Priestess. You honor your inner knowing, wait for what's real to reveal itself to you. And this is also about, like I said, it's like your spiritual self, so your protection, your ancestors, your guides, your spirits, they've got you. They're standing with you as you hold space for the truth and grace, even in the mess. With that, I'm going to close out, and I want to tell you to be bold enough to stand tall, wise enough to remain still when needed, and loving enough to feel everything and still choose peace over performance. You don't need to fight for a seat at the table where you're not respected. You're building your own sacred table, and those who come with truth and honor will find their place there. All right, Pisces, that's it for today. I thank you for joining me for this reading. I hope you got something out of this, and I will see you in the next one. Keep weaving that dream